What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and now that we have a jailbreak, there have been a ton of new Cydia tweaks that have been emerging. A lot of them have been so creative just because developers have been given free reign over iOS. They can do whatever they want, and they have. So I'm going to share 10 new Cydia tweaks in this video that have emerged in the last week or so, and man, some of these are so creative. Of course, you guys do need to be jailbroken. If you're not, you can do so easily without a computer, and yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm making this video literally hours before I'm flying out to Paris. I'm going to be backpacking around Europe for a couple weeks, so I'm going to try and keep posting videos, but this will be one of my last videos I'm posting from the comfort of my desk. So enjoy it, guys, and wish me luck. Thanks. Anyways, so let's start off with a very, very unique concept. It's called Curago. So this has been in development for a very long time. It started as a concept and now it's reality. So what is it? Check this out. So take your fingers, pinch on an app and expand it. So it can be a little difficult to trigger at times. Oh, man, and there it is. So you can get these blocks that act as working widgets. So from in here, I can go ahead and play music, skip through it. It is amazing. Once you're done, you can just, pinch out of it just like that. So this applies to many applications, and not all of them have support. So you'll notice a lot of them are completely empty. The only one that I can tell that works is FaceTime and the music application. It can be a little bit difficult to trigger it, but man, that is such a cool concept. I mean, beyond anything, it's just a half-baked Cydia tweak, but as this gets updated, it'll become more and more interesting. So keep an eye out for it. That's Curago. Next up, a TurnOn, one of my favorite Cydia tweaks, has been updated. So it brings the Apple Watch icon interface over to iOS, and it's activated with a simple gesture with activator. So mine's set at a triple click by default, and this is what you get. So you can arrange the pattern that these icons appear in, but pretty much you're going to get the circle Apple icons from the Apple Watch, and it's very intuitive. You can move them around and they begin to spin in this really cool fashion. So definitely a unique look for your iOS device. It's not even a theme, it's pretty much just a whole new interface. And next up is a very unique concept. So this is called LockShot. It'll basically put a very nice filter on your lock screen that kind of bleeds through into your last contact before you lock your device. So for example, I'm on my lock screen, I'm gonna lock my device, and on my lock screen, LockShot now gives me like a preview with a blur effect of what I was last looking at. And it does change depending on what you had open. So let's say I had the App Store open. It's gonna have a lot of bright icons in here. If I go ahead and lock my device on this, you'll notice it'll bleed through. So exactly where I was, that's gonna bleed through in here. And the cool thing is in the settings, you guys can actually change the blur radius. So if you wanna see a little bit more into what you were doing, we can go ahead and enable that. You can change the tint of the blur as well, which is awesome. So look at that, I can actually see through what I was doing. And here is Talis. It's the Swiss Army knife of Cydia tweaks, multi-purpose. So this little box right here, but it has a lot of purposes. These are just toggles, respring, reboot. I'm honestly not sure what this is. Oh, flashlight. I'm not sure what this is. It's like safe mode. Okay, and that's to turn it off. And swiping up, we do have a music player in here. So if I begin to play, it'll play my content right there. You can go ahead and skip using those. Swipe up again, and here are sliders. So here's one for brightness. Here's one to trigger the torch on the back of your device, which is really cool. And the volume slider right here. Go up again, and you can quickly get a shortcut to search Google or for notes. How cool is that? Now, if you hold on it, you get these right here, which you can go ahead and set activator gestures for, so they will do different things. Double tap on it to make it disappear. Awesome tweak. And if you guys have one of these, the few people that are watching that do, smart battery percentage will actually combine your device's percentage with the smart battery case's percentage. So once you pop this guy in, it becomes 1. This just becomes 1% of your device and the case combined. One of my personal favorites is ColorFlow 2. So it's just been updated to support iOS 9.3.3, and man, does it make your music player look beautiful. So notice how the colors change as I'm swiping through my music. It'll actually take the album art and adapt the rest of the interface to reflect those colors. So really, it is awesome. You get some very bright and vivid colors in here. One of the best reasons I can personally think of to jailbreak, as small as it is just so cool. Now, Apple kind of does this in the stock iOS music player, just not to this extent. It's really cool when it completely reflects everywhere. So yeah, guys, there it is. Check it out, ColorFlow 2. Also, one of my favorite Cydia tweaks of all time, Snapper 2. So take a screenshot and you guys can go ahead and highlight on your display a little area that you want to stay popped up. Tap on it or double tap on it to go ahead and confirm, and it will stay up here. So you guys can go ahead, for example, copy a number, copy an email, and go in somewhere else and type it in. So this floats around over here until you choose to dismiss it, save it to photos, or even more options right here. So you get the share sheet right there. Really, really awesome. That snapper 2, very, very well made. So change the layout of your device easily using Genus. So go ahead and trigger it by making an app wiggle, double tap on the other area of the display, and you get this interface. It is actually so cool how responsive this is. So let's add a couple columns to our home screen. You can see that easily right away reflected in the background. Add some rows, and you'll notice the apps begin to stack. No, I don't like that. Let's go back to what it was before. Also, icon size, you can go ahead and shrink it. You'll notice they begin to shrink right away. So very, very awesome how responsive this is. But there is a bug. So you'll notice that over here in the dock, these don't change. And that's going to be fixed all right. But very awesome, very responsive Cydia tweak. And here is Clio. So Clio is a very simple interface for your control center. It reminds me a lot of iOS 10. It even comes pre-installed with the colors for your control center toggles, which is pretty cool. So basically it just has 2 panes, very similar in shape to the iOS 10 ones, of course. Here is the second pane with the music player. So really cool, very simple, not much to it, but basically a complete replacement, very sleek look for your control center. And lastly, here is Phenomenon. So Phenomenon is a better multitasking replacement for your device, and it's activated either by, of course, double tapping or 3D touching on the edge of your display. So you get a full preview right here of the app, the last app you were using. You can scroll through them easily right here. Very nice interface, but not only that, you can slide up on this guy and you get a minimized version of your control center in here. Scroll through your toggles right here. So I assume that's working with CC settings as well. Really, really neat. I mean, very nice interface for your multitasking pane. So guys, there it is. Those are 10 new Cydia tweaks for your freshly jailbroken iOS device. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm going to have more videos up for you soon, but not as many as usual. Hope you guys do understand that. So enjoy all of these Cydia tweaks. They truly are awesome. And if you guys are having issues, just wait it out. Usually updates come out regularly. Anyways, have a great day. Peace.